What's up? Okay, here we go. Hi, survivors. Please tell me you can hear me, cause what a blunderbuss my last attempt was. So throw it in the comments. Let me know you can hear me, and we'll get this thing going. But here we go again. My name's Makeshift. This is the Apocalypse Post. We're going live, celebrating the year that wasn't. Because what else are we gonna do? Drink ourselves sad and stupid? I don't think so. Well, maybe a little. Oh, so check this out. I found this in my local Army Navy store. It kind of looks like a giant flask. It's not though. It can hold some water there. It's got a little spigot. Is someone telling me you can't hear me? Oh, that would suck. Oh, yay. Okay, cool. Never mind, we're still good. All right, and then so it's got the spigot, and then it's got a back strap. So throw it on your back, and then other soldiers get to have a drink while you're walking through the mountains of North Italy or wherever it happens to be. I actually have no idea what the actual history of this thing is. If anyone does, let me know, because I think it's such a unique piece. I can't wait to bring it to Wasteland and throw in some Dick Punch, I believe is the cocktail that named a fellow tribe mate of mine. She got into it, and so now she is Dick Punch. Good times. All right, so I'm glad you're all here. Tonight would have been the opening night of Wasteland Weekend 2020, which is really upsetting. The real apocalypse has broken into our fake apocalypse and ruined it. But we may not all be together on that hallowed ground, smelling the Mojave and sharing another year. And I'm sorry, sharing a drink at the Atomic Cafe and celebrating another year of being alive. But we're going to spend the next 2 hours watching a bunch of Wasteland Weekend videos that'll put dirt in your tongue, dust in your lungs. We're going to watch the entire We Are Wasteland series. That's been a huge favorite with you guys for a long time, ever since the first one in 2014. We've got a bunch of special Wastelander appearances, some never before seen cuts, some like new montages of Wasteland footage. And of course, we've got those awesome giveaways. Just a reminder, you got to be on the YouTube to get those, to be able to win prizes, because monitoring everything is hard. Uh-oh. Is the Facebook busted? Let's try that again. Going live. Darn it. Everyone go to the YouTube. The YouTube's running fine. Shoot. Alright, so when I do the first video, I'll go over there and let everyone know. That sucks. Oh man. Live streams are hard. It's been streaming for hours, and yet. Anyway. Okay, so let's see where I am. All right, so yeah, you got to be on the YouTube to win the prizes. There's a lot of really cool stuff, and some stuff donated right from other Wastelanders. So make sure that if you're watching on Facebook, get over to the YouTube, do it now, and I'll drop the link during that first video. I hope that you guys have a drink, whether it's hard, soft, or somewhere in between, because in true Wasteland fashion, we're going to be doing a lot of toasting tonight. And let's start right off the bat with our first toast. And that's going to be to the Wasteland that wasn't. Wasteland 2020. Oh, and I had an Irish cheers for this one. Here we go. I made this up. I wish you a pocket of caps, a tank of gas, and food not covered in flies. May you have a song in your heart, a drink in your cup, and your tears be the dust in your eyes. Cheers. Because there's nothing wrong with a double cheers. Guys, do your best to keep the conversation going in the comments. I'm going to try to catch up while the videos play, but feel free to ask questions. You guys are already discussing like crazy in the YouTube stream, so that's awesome. Keep it going. I love seeing you guys discussing all sorts of stuff. Be polite to each other. I know how it can sometimes be. Let's see, if anyone is so inclined, there's a virtual tip jar opened up to help support the channel. So if you feel like throwing a few caps my way, check out the link in the video description. That'll be right below the video. It's the PayPal link. So there's a tip jar there, and I really appreciate it. I already had a couple people drop dollars in today, which is amazing. Thank you so much. It really helps me to be able to keep this content going. It takes a lot of time to produce this stuff, so every little bit of support, whether it's dollars or your likes and your subscriptions and your shares, makes a huge difference. And for those that don't know, I not only run this channel, The Apocalypse Post, but I've also been running the Wasteland Weekend video crew since 2011. And I also edit the Wasteland highlight reels each year, which are always intense and flashy. They show Wasteland City for the mega party it is, with its action-packed, gasoline-fueled, eardrum-bursting apoca rock glory. Whew. And then, out of nowhere, in 2013, Johan Johansson, who was my, he helped me lead the video crew for quite a few years actually. He put out a video so inspiring, so amazing, it changed my perspective on the event. Not only was Wasteland loud and intense and hopped up on Warboy inhalants, but it was also beautiful and artistic and warm. I want to share that video with you right now. This is from Johan. Here we go. All right. So it looks like the stream in Facebook is working, so that's good. But there's only 27 people over there. If you're over there, get over to the YouTube, because the YouTube is where all the prizes are going to be. All right, you can actually watch wherever you want. Just know that, you know, the prizes are going to be on YouTube. I keep trying to push you guys over there, but watch wherever you want. All right, so some really cool stuff happened in that video. Again, like when we did the Wasteland highlights live back in the spring, when we first found out that Wasteland was canceled, it was really cool looking back on those early years of Wasteland, seeing how much space there was, and seeing like all the different things, the way we used to do them, and oh shoot, you know that line from The Office of like, I wish you could know you were in the good old days when you're actually living them. Like those early years were so special, and that's not to say that Wasteland doesn't continue to be special, but it was smaller, it was more more intimate back then. Like now there's so much going on all the time, it's almost like overload. But those moments that you could have back the the early years of Wasteland, where you could actually like find yourself bored for a moment during the day when there wasn't much going on. I mean, we've all kind of worked to fill that time in, fill in that space, and it makes Wasteland like better and more intense and really exciting and like a whole different level. But man, those early years were something special. And by 2014, and after being inspired by Johan's video, and honestly, like, it was super inspiring for me, and I heard so many stories from other Wastelanders about how Wasteland was home. That was something that kept coming up. Wasteland is home, and this is my family. I decided to do something a little different, and it was the first year I didn't cut the highlights reel. It's the only year I didn't cut the highlights reel since 2011, and I decided to put my effort into something that would show the other side of Wasteland, the softer side of Sears, something heartfelt, something that would melt your soul and hit you right in the feels side of Wasteland. And so We Are Wasteland was born, and here's part one.
It's an experiment, an experience, a festival of rust and fire, a place where you can be who you are, or who you would be. We are the juggers, the burners, the raiders, and the elite. We are artists, performers, makers, and freaks. Each year, we grow, we build, we push out into the desert. Our camps fill with that which this world would sooner toss aside: things, ideas, people. We are Wasteland. We are lured by the idea of a post-apocalypse, not for the fall of man, but for a new beginning. One we build from the ashes left by those who would not protect this earth, those who would not have peace. We pour in from the reaches of the continent and beyond, thirsting for what lies past civilization. Of all that is found in the land of death and dust, the greatest thing is the Wasteland family. We may look intimidating, but behind the masks and the armor, we are brothers and sisters. Together we survive, we celebrate our lives, and mourn those who lost theirs too soon. We're there for each other. We take care of each other, always ready with a drink and a Wasteland salute. This only happens one weekend a year, but for many of us, it's more than that. It's a full year of preparation for an event few will ever know, where friends, forged in the heat of day and the chill of night, return again to this place in the middle of nothing. This place we call Wasteland. This place we call home.
Oh man, of course that was the year that I bought a new camera that could take that absolutely incredible epic slow motion, like really slow down those moments and let them breathe. They also showed this video also shows the first Wasteland Weekend chroming. Jared and Carl, and for those of you who are newer to Wasteland, Carl and Jared were the original co-founders. They showed up in my camp late one night and they said, "Hey, you got your camera? We want to film a thing." And Fury Road didn't come out until 6 months later, so I had no idea what they were talking about, but they had seen a preview, like a pre-showing, a previewing of the movie, so they kind of knew what this was all about, and of course it all made sense soon enough. By the way, for you guys on YouTube, I have to keep going through there and like allowing these these comments to go, because everyone keeps saying fuck you and shit and fucking shit. I'm gonna let them all ride, so put them through there, and I'm gonna click OK on each one of these because what is Wasteland if it's not fuck you? So fuck you guys. And of course, for those of you who don't know, who have not been to the event, fuck you is Wasteland for I love you, hello, goodbye, see you later. And unless you're talking to Road Rash, in which case it really is fuck you. But yeah, so YouTube doesn't know that we mean it with the best intentions, so bear with me. Oh, here they come! Here they come! Oh, show! All right. Damn! So, like I said, Jared and Carl were the original founders. Adam came on the year after, in 2011, so that was my first year. So I knew it as like these three kings that were each taking on an aspect of Wasteland to really shape it into this next level event. I'd like to share our next drink to the three kings of Wasteland, Carl, Jared, and Adam, without whom there would be no Wasteland. Thank you guys for all the hard work you've put in over the years and for giving us a second place to call home. Oh, and with that in mind, there's also going to be a bunch of other live videos this week from other Wastelanders. On Friday, 8 p.m., the unofficial house band of Wasteland City is doing a live performance on their Facebook, their Twitch, and their YouTube channels. Keep an eye on Attack's Facebook for info. If you don't know Attack, they're an Apaka rock band. Attack is misspelled because it means All Hail the Crimson King. That's a super secret that no one knows about anymore, except a few of us, but it's A-H-T-C-K, Attack. So they're putting on a show on Friday. Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific. And by the way, these are Pacific timelines since Wasteland's based in California. Saturday at 4, the World Wide Web Wasteland Weekend Puppets of the Apocalypse Spectacular. If you've never seen these folks at Wasteland, they put on an awesome show. They have handmade puppets. They're really fun, and they lampoon all your favorite post-apocalypse movies. So you should check them out. Again, look that up on Facebook, and I'm sure whoever's watching this right now that is in charge of the puppets, give me a link in the comments. And then later that night at 7 p.m. Pacific, Wasteland will be doing a little something, showing some of the videos that you're going to see tonight, kind of as a little encore, as well as some new ones, and that will be hosted by Wasteland co-founder Jared Butler. Details are coming, so keep an eye on the Wastelander Central Facebook page for info. All right. Cool, getting through all my homework here. Oops, I skipped ahead. There we go. All right, so next up is our first guest Wastelander with a great story about his time on the Wasteland site. Here we go.
My name is Steve Hornbeck, and I am a Wastelander. So my best story I think I have, which was technically on the event grounds, but not quite at the event grounds, was when they were doing a shot for Jay Leno's show, which name I can't remember. Now, I was brought out there in much the same way you might be forced to bring your little brother. You know it's not going to be a good time, but the little brother's excited. And so I went and I brought my getup. Now at that time, I was wearing something a little different, but still totally full of creativity. But I digress. So we're standing by our cars. Well, other people's cooler cars. And Jay Leno's going from person to person asking them, "What's your occupation?" Now, I get it, it's a good question, but it kind of felt like, people dressing up, doing all these crazy things, what kind of jobs do they have? And it was good because some people are lawyers, some people are financial advisors, people are social workers. It's a very diverse group of people, and they do a lot of really helpful things aside from looking terrifying. Now, in my case, I was unemployed. Let's just say a little down in the dumps at the time. So as soon as he comes up to me, what am I going to tell the guy? I'm unemployed? No. So he comes up in his Leno, so, "Hey, what are you doing with yourself?" And I said, "You know what? I'm a professional finger painter." So he stared at me for a second and said, "Oh yeah, is it a lucrative field?" And I said, "It's making a comeback." And he moved to the next person. It didn't make the cut for obvious reasons, and I'm glad it didn't. I'm sure a lot of people are glad it didn't. However, it is my best Wasteland story.
Okay, so as you saw, we're going to do our first giveaway. A little technical glitch there, don't mind me. Just a reminder, you need to be on the YouTube to win. I'm going to be monitoring those comments during this, so if you're on Facebook, jump on over. And you should have the link there. So we're good to go. Anyway, that was Steve Hornbeck. He's a longtime Wastelander and a really great guy. I've got 3 of his original APOC card decks to give away. You just saw it in the picture there. Basically these are playing cards that feature other Wastelanders. He's donated them to the show as a giveaway for you guys. He's also got them on sale for $19.99, and you can find a link to buy them in the video description below, but don't do that yet because you're about to win some. So I've got 3 decks to give away. We're gonna do some post-apocalypse trivia to figure out who's gonna be taking these home, or I guess getting them delivered at home. The rules are going to be whoever types the answer in the comments section first. I would recommend not using any curse words because you'll get filtered out. just write the answer and that is it. You have to get it exactly right. Spelling does not count as long as I can tell what you're trying to type. And basically I get to decide who's first. You don't, because I could see this going really crazy. That's it. So you got to write the answer in the comments section. You can only win once during the show. So once you win a prize now, you can't win later. But I mean, these are a pretty good prize, so I would go for it. There's also about a 30-second to a 45-second delay on my end, so I'm going to do my best to make this work. But here we go. All right, so for the first winner of the APOCA playing cards, the Wastelander featured playing cards, this one's going to be a softball. You ready? All right, so Hugh Burn played the vile Immortan Joe in Fury Road. But what other Mad Max character did he play? One more time. Hugh Burn played the vile Immortan Joe in Fury Road. But what other Mad Max character did he play? And the first clue, since I have a delay, I need to fill the time, is going to be that the character's name is Australian slang for a mafia enforcer. I don't know if you know that. Oh, Chris Lowe comes in with the toe cutter! You got it! Chris Lowe, you win! You win that one! Damn, and it was so close. Everyone's pouring it in now. Oh, who said Outlander? It's not Outlander. Marky Makeup, I'm so nervous. Oh man, it's supposed to be fun. Don't get nervous. Alright, so Chris Lowe. I'm going to give you instructions at the end of these 3 on how to claim your prize. So hang on, okay? Alright, next one. This is for the second APOCA deck playing cards. This one's going to be from Waterworld. You ready? This one is a little bit harder. In a deleted scene from Waterworld, Helen gives the mariner a name before he heads back into the ocean on his new makeshift raft at the end of the movie. What was that name? One more time. In a deleted scene from Waterworld, Helen gives the mariner a name before he heads back to the ocean on his new makeshift raft at the end of the movie. What was that name? Nobody yet. I'll give you a clue. It was also the name of a fan-created extended cut. She named him after the main character of Homer's The Odyssey. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody's got this? Nobody? No, not Aquaman, not Jerry Bruckheimer, not Fish Guy. Someone has to know this. Oh no. It's not Fish Stick. Yes, wait. No. Wyatt, you're so close. You're so close. Oh, not Poseidon. Oh, wait. Who's this? Peter Georgievich. I see you tried to write Ulysses, and you are right. You are right. All right, let me just make sure no one got before you, because I don't think anyone did. Nope. All right, you got it. Where did it go? You heard me. Ulysses. Peter Georgievich. You got it. All right, so remember that. I'll give you instructions after one more. That one was harder than I thought. Man, I'm a huge Waterworld fan, so... Okay. All right, here we go. The third and final APOC card deck. It's a Fallout question for all you video game fans. And man, I think this one's easy, but it's probably going to be hard again. All right, so for the third and final card deck, here's Fallout question. In Fallout New Vegas, There's a T-Rex statue in Novak as part of the Dino Delight Motel, one of the first places you encounter in the game. What's the name of that T-Rex? One more time. In Fallout New Vegas, there's a T-Rex statue in Novak as part of the Dino Delight Motel, one of the first places you encounter in the game. What is the T-Rex's name? This one's going to be hard. This one's going to be hard. I got a feeling. All right, so it was likely inspired by the real-world dinos at a rest stop in Cabazon, California. Although that doesn't really give you any help there. Wait, who's got it? Who's got it? No. Wait, who got Dinky? Dinky the T-Rex. You got it. Oh, who got it? It's going to be Stuart Whitsett. Stuart Whitsett with Dinky. You had it. You didn't even need my last clue. Awesome. All right. So, all right, Stuart, you got that one. All right, so for the 3 people's names I called out, send an email to theapocpost@gmail.com. That's the apocpost@gmail.com. Give me your name, your address, and what prize you won. And for all the prizes, we're going to have to do it this way. I don't know how to do it better, so bear with me. There's going to be more giveaways later, so if you were close, hang on, because you have another chance coming up at some more prizes. Anyway, let's move on. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for playing along with me. Oh, man. You guys, you don't even know how fast these are filling in, and I'm trying to keep up. So I hope I get them right. If not, it doesn't matter. I chose the winners. Okay, so let's get back to the show. One of the tribes that helps keep us warm at night is Camp Hades. They are the fire-spinning tribe of Wasteland Weekend. And the W, for those that don't know, the W is the wind, but we don't say wind at Wasteland because then you get the wind. The W shut down most of their performances at Wasteland Weekend 2019, but they sent in some pretty awesome video from their spinning back in 2018, and let's check it out. Thanks so much to Cheryl of Camp Hades for sending in that awesome video. She cut that herself, so well done. I know it's not easy to do this job. I do it all the time, and it never gets any easier. Actually, it does get a little bit easier, but it's still hard, because you're always trying to make things better. Hades is one of so many incredible... I keep doing this. I got to take the mic out. Hades is one of so many incredible camps at Wasteland. Over the years, the dedication to post-apocalyptic art poured in by all of you has been absolutely stunning. Every event, you top the last with your costumes, your cars, and your camp builds. I love seeing new tribes take things to the next level, which of course inspires all of us in the old guard to keep amping things up ourselves. And watching Wasteland City fill out over the last decade has been an impressive sight. I always say this, I think it's so cool that we've gone from a field of like scattered tribes to a densely built grid of common themed districts with tribes providing all sorts of services over the years, like the Caffeine's coffee shop, the restorationists' dirtification ceremonies. That's a tough one to say. Who edited this? Who wrote this script? And Good Neighbors Welcome Center, as well as so many other tribes providing nightly entertainment like karaoke at the Rec Room and the Bikini Atoll, dance parties at the Mushroom Cloud Lounge and the Dauntless Express, and the Nuke Review Theater showing movies with a full concession stand. Although I wouldn't eat anything from the concessions stand. I'm just kidding, it's fun. We've also got a post office, restaurants, sideshows, battle arenas, casinos, like more than one, churches, shops, bars, auto garages, a library, and museums, all helping us build a better apocalypse. So with that, I bring you the first of tonight's all-new video montages, this one dedicated to the tribe camps of Wasteland City. I've never actually seen what's inside the Badlands Savages camp at night. They never seem to allow me in. I just have my camera in hand. Must be something truly vile and corrupt. Everyone that goes in there sure looks like they're gonna have a good time, though. It's so weird. Anyway, let's all cheers to the tribe camps of Wasteland City, because you guys put on the fucking show. Okay. Whew, man, I'm trying to keep up with these comments. I've got these like sections in my plan, in my script, where I'm supposed to like try to read some of the comments and questions and stuff, and there's just no way. You guys are like really pouring it through. So I'll try to go back through and like maybe type out some answers after. Oh, and here's the other thing. After the show, when I say it's done, it's not done. We'll like really hang out and do questions and answers then. So we'll just leave it all for the back end. That sound cool? Well, you don't have a choice, so it better be cool. Anyway, moving on. Over the years, I've done quite a few tribe spotlights on the channel, always highlighting something special that they bring to the event. The next tribe came onto my radar before the last Wasteland Weekend, 2019, because there was this unofficial events like Google sheet that popped up where everyone could kind of like talk about all the things they had scheduled at their tribe camps and all the unofficial events that were going to happen. And on closer inspection, I saw that there were a bunch of these crafting workshops like over and over and over again, and they were all dedicated to sharing their knowledge with as many makers as they could fit in. It was Cimota, and if you're not familiar with Cimota, it's atomic backwards. They are an amazing tribe. They have such an incredible aesthetic, and they're all female, which I think is something really special. But here we go, Tribe Spotlight, Cimota.
A catastrophic event like that, everyone's going to revert to lizard brain. They're going to go back to just survival mode. And part of that is the rebirth of superstition. And this is what we kind of base ourselves on, because we're just picking up the pieces and carrying things along and developing a depth of an entire lore based on what we would do if it was us. My name is Nomad. I'm with Cimota. Cimota is atomic spelled backwards, so Atomic Tribe or Cimota Tribe. We are the seers of the wastes, the wise women, the keeper of traditions and the old ways. We kind of developed it all on our own. We were kind of looking, when we were first considering going to Wasteland, we were looking at like what was it missing, and so I was going through all the videos and everything, kind of seeing like what was covered already and how we might fit in. And so the crone wise woman kind of came into play, and we went with it, and we took it to I'd say 10 different levels from that initial concept, just the 5 of us. There are very few female tribes here at Wasteland, where your tribe is all women, and you know, from everything from planning to executing, setting things up, tearing things down, like figuring out what you're going to be offering. All of us are artists, and we all have skill sets and everything, so we really like to do the Skillshare thing. And our making workshops always revolve either around making something for your character to deepen its lore, or making something for your camp in order to like up-level your camp. So today we had a Wasted Wind Chimes workshop where people came in and made a wind chime for their camp, and then we followed that up with an amulet class where people could make an amulet for travel, for protection, for whatever it was that their character needed, and give them another talking point and another like level of depth to their character. So we love doing that. There's more people that want to come than we have like materials or seats to accommodate, and we've already expanded the hovel. You know, we nearly doubled it in size after our first year. It's pretty testosterone-soaked environment. I love the cars. I love all that diesel, gas-powered like madness. But it's kind of nice also too to have like a little bit of the feminine presence in there somewhere. post-apoc, I think that, there would be people doing things like that, still making things that need to be made, and keeping the wisdom and passing it along in that way, in that oral way.
And of course, you may recognize Miranda, aka Nomad, as one of our Wasteland Weekend community leaders. She's been a huge help in organizing the online workshops that tribes have been invited to throughout the year, as well as spearheading the Zoom hangout that some of you are enjoying right now. So thank you all. Well, thank you, Miranda, for helping us all up our game. And man, I keep doing this. Also, she wanted to make sure, this isn't in the video, but War Spawn is kind of the War Boys tribe of Wasteland. They're right down Main Street, and they co-hosted that workshop. So that was kind of like a joint effort. The War Spawn and Cimota are now allied tribes, which is kind of fun because they're both so tribal in a way. What's you can't really tell in that video is those steering wheels were a project, and right after they finished that workshop, they all marched their steering wheels down the street to the War Boys camp and put them up on the Immortan Joe altar. So it was like a whole thing where people could kind of act out a little bit. It was really fun. I think it was great. So kudos to both Cimota and Warspawn for being amazing tribes. Let's see. Oh, there was a comment that came in that I do want to mention, and this is from Tiffany Jenkins. She says, I love Apocalypse Post because of you, Makeshift. I got into your vids and Nuclear Snail. I have so many awesome costume ideas because of you both, and I do want to give major props out to Nuclear Snail. Dimitri is an amazing costumer, and he puts out some of the most incredible costume tutorials that you can find, and that goes for like post-apocalypse costumes and just anything. Like his workmanship and his attention to detail and his thought about like the entire costume and telling a story while not having to make it too real, because we're living in a fictional world. Anyway, if you're a newer Wastelander or even a veteran and you want to amp up your costume making, check out Nuclear Snail. It's on YouTube and it's an amazing channel. All right, cool. And yeah, he makes those year-round, and Wasteland Weekend has truly become a year-round thing. Not only are there now dozens of events worldwide throughout the year that are inspired by Wasteland. Wasteland Weekend was the first. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the first. Road Warrior Weekend was the first, and then it changed into Wasteland Weekend. But Wasteland Weekend's the one that's inspiring because it's the one that went global, right? Everything got canceled, but Wastelanders have continued to engage in the community, making videos, a whole lot of community discussion. It's been really cool to watch everyone like really amp up their off-season things. And one group that's been really active has been the Cult of Cat Meat. Here's Grotch and Hepsi to tell you all the things that they've been up to, and they're going to host tonight's next giveaway. So check it out.
Howdy Wastelanders, this is Grotch with the Cult of Catmeat, and this is my esteemed partner, Hep Z, the Inksmith of the Cock, and we are here to talk to you a little bit about what we've been doing in the off-season.
Alright, so in quarantine, we've been up to quite a few things. First and foremost, we have been doing a Thirsty Thursday live show bi-weekly, so every other week. As of late, we've been playing a game called Cards Against Wastelanders, which essentially you answer stupid questions with even stupider answers and win fabulous prizes.
The other thing we've been doing is we have been trying to establish our charity for Wastelanders, which is more for their pets than the Wastelanders themselves, but it is Meows, which stands for the Medical Emergency of Wasteland Sidekicks. Basically what we do is we help you foot the bill if your pet becomes accidentally injured or ill, and we also can help you afford pet food if you lost your job recently or anything like that.
Yeah, essentially anything that'll help out the Wasteland Sidekicks, we will do our best to provide.
If you're wondering how you can get involved with that, we've got a lot of different things you can do. You can go to my Etsy shop, which is Gamma Grotch's Chop Shop, and we have these delightful cat's paws for sale, which we were hiding last year. We also have these really cute mummy cats that we make by hand. Everyone's made with love and by hand, and they're super cute, great Wasteland Sidekicks. In addition to that, we are giving away one of the copies of issue 4. This is a new, never been seen, never released issue that we made before COVID. And our trivia question to win it is, what accent does the Lard speak with?
What accent does this fine gentleman right here speak with? We have our music box.
A hint is that it is a East Coast accent. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Hold on. No one's got it yet. We can't give away the answer. Oh, I see. We got Cantonese coming in, Gaelic, German, Welsh, Norwegian. These are all wrong. German, Scottish, Persian. That's my... Oh, Boston! Boom, you got it! Hold on!
Fucking talks in a Boston accent, dude, because he's from fucking Boston.
Yeah.
The greatest town in the world, kid.
Yeah, he's from Southie.
He's fucking got a thick,
Right out of Southie.
writhing Boston accent.
Every once in a while he goes to Revere, though.
Every once in a while. He was friends with Paul. Anyway, that's the cock signing off via Con Carne di Gatto.
All right, so the winner was Sugar Candy, S-U-G-R Candy. You got it first. I don't know. That's amazing that you knew that, because that means you are a dedicated Cult of Cat Meat fan, and you've been paying attention to all of their live streams, and you know their entire lore, which is amazing. So good work. Also, Gratch's face during that video is hilarious. And Gratch, I saw that someone in the comments was asking where they can donate to the Sidekicks fund. So could you type that out for us and let us know if it's set up yet, or if it's not set up yet, or if they should watch the website, or what? Cool. And thank you so much for Cult of Cat Meat for doing that giveaway. Sugar, send an email to the APOC Post. That's the APOCPOST at gmail.com. Let me know what you won and your address. And maybe your real name. But let me know that it's Sugar Candy, because we got to figure this stuff out. Anyway, moving on. That was so fun. Thank you, Cult of Cat Meat, for jumping in there. So let's see. They're not the only Wastelanders that have been busy this year because of the long break from Wasteland. Quite a few people have been donning their costumes, building your cars, your camps, your props, and just doing general Wastelandy things. And since there's no event this year, there will be no highlight reel. Pause for size. Oh, don't say that. But with your help, we can still make one happen. So get dressed up and show me what you're doing to celebrate this year, whether you're hanging out by the fire, showing off your new weapons, riding in your Wasteland car, or any other post-apocalyptic mayhem you can think of. Send them to me. Send them to that same Gmail account, the apocpost@gmail.com. What I really want to see is like 3-second clips, 5-second clips, 10-second clips of you in your Wastelandy gear. That's the only requirement. Just be in your costume. And then you can do real world stuff. You can do Wastelandy stuff. I want groups. I want individuals. I want people yelling, Wasteland! All sorts of stuff. Send them in, and I'm going to make the 2020 Wasteland Weekend highlight reel from home. Wasteland from home. That's what we're doing. Okay? So what I have got is, I announced this on Facebook a while back. I have not been able to push it yet, but a few people were able to send in some samples, so I was able to make this quick teaser to show you some of the stuff I'm looking for. Check it out. All right, so that gives you an idea of what we're looking for. Just short clips. Definitely wear your costume. Do whatever you want. You know, like, just look at the highlights reels and you'll get an idea of the kind of stuff that it usually is. You know, sometimes it's just someone standing there portrait mode. Sometimes it's like driving by the camera. And that's my little beanie baby poking up. She ran in the room. I think she got scared. So that's the fur head you're seeing popped out of the chair. Yeah, send in anything. I mean, I don't know what this is going to look like, so it's kind of open-ended. You guys get to decide what it's going to look like. So send in whatever. I'd love to see it. Keep them short. It's really hard to like try to whittle down someone's 5-minute video for these, but 5, 10, 20 seconds tops of these little clips would be perfect. All right, so next up is one of the last videos produced from H Park, which was, of course, Wasteland Weekend's original home in California City. By 2016, Wasteland City had really started to feel like the event it was meant to be. Tribe missions were in full force, and the games took on levels that would last the whole weekend. The event was really starting to push the boundaries of the park, and so everything started getting really tight together and more dense, giving you this concentrated concoction of rust and mayhem. Plus, Fury Road had now been out for a while, and we started seeing this whole new generation of Mad Max fans showing up for the first time. And I, for one, was so excited to welcome them into our world. And so from that came the next We Are Wasteland. The next way. Hold on. This is my next. You know what? Let's cheers. Let's cheers to not being able to talk right. Let's cheers to that. Cheers. Ah, man. Crunching some ice too. Okay, so from all that came the next We Are Wasteland video, subtitled An Invitation.
It's nothing more than a patch of dust in the middle of the desert. But for one weekend a year, we transform it into a dystopian metropolis, where tribes from across this scorched land gather for 4 days of camaraderie, barter, and celebration. Whether civil or savage, artists, merchants, or black thumbs, in this place we are one. We are Wasteland. The world built within these boundaries is our own. It's what we create that makes this an experience unlike any other. Beginning at the founding of Wasteland City years ago, many traditions have thrived, and still every event brings hundreds of new faces with fresh ideas, filling holes in this modest society and begging the phrase, just wait till next year. In the searing light of day, we explore, greet each other. We breathe life into these scraps of rust. But as all true Wastelanders know, the party fires up when the sun goes down. The Wasteland stage was built by us for us alone, where music acts from the other side of the apocalypse play songs written in a language that we understand. Tribes host parties with everyone invited to drink, dance, and decompress from the stresses of the outside world. Here, those with a gambler's heart can roll the dice, not only for the chance at a pocket full of bottle caps, but also for the fortune of new friends with survivor spirits and stories to tell. This is a place that we've all become a part of, from our own Wasteland heavyweights to those coming for the first time. And if you feel a calling to this land of dust, fire, and ruin, we invite you to come, for you too are welcome. Just bring your best post-apocalyptic clothes and a good attitude, and we'll have a drink waiting for you. This is a place that shouldn't exist. After all, who would want to celebrate the end of the world? Well, ask any of us what we're doing here, and you'll get many different answers. But it all comes down to this. If this was the end of the world, if there were no more banks, no hospitals, no corporations or government, if our whole way of life was suddenly stripped away, and all we could do was try to survive, this is where we'd be.
My God, what I would give to be there right now. As we're all stuck in our homes in this real world apocalypse in the middle of a pandemic and wildfires like the West Coast hasn't seen in 100 years, let's drink to Wasteland, the place we'd rather be. And cheers. Of course, that video, like the first We Are Wasteland, was dedicated to the Wasteland Fallen. At that time, we could still count the names on two hands. Between the first and second We Are Wasteland, we'd experienced a pair of losses that really affected the entire community. Both Lance Moore and my friend the Padre had been added to the Wasteland Fallen. The event had now been around long enough for the inevitable, this growing list of fellow Wastelanders that had been taken from us too soon. And so with that in mind, Firebird is here to share a story of discovery and loss from his book, Awaited, Non-Fictional Delusion.
My name is Firebird, and this is the true story of what happened to me at my first Wasteland Weekend. My favorite Mad Max character had always been Screwloose. He was a member of the Lost Tribe, also known as the Waiting Ones. He's the weird, mute, goth-like kid in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, who spends most of his time alone, doing his own thing. As an introvert who would never fit in anywhere, I'd always identified with Screwloose the most. I decided to make Screwloose a part of Firebird's backstory. I imagined that Screwloose and I had been friends long ago, but we'd become separated. Firebird would be wandering around Wasteland Weekend looking for his long-lost friend. In Beyond Thunderdome, Screwloose carries around an old talking Bugs Bunny doll. I went online and bought an antique Bugs Bunny doll just like it. My plan was to find a stranger dressed as Screwloose and return their lost bunny to them. I'd turn an imaginary friend into a real one. When I arrived at the event, I got into character and introduced myself to my neighbor, Christine. It was her first time at Wasteland Weekend too. I asked her if she knew Screwloose or if she'd seen anyone matching his description. No luck. I asked everyone I met if they had seen Screwloose. The answer was always no, but everyone promised to ask around and try to help find him for me. When I returned to camp, Christine was waiting by the fire. We shared our stories. Christine asked if I'd been to the memorial yet. She explained that it was a small structure at the top of the hill, built to pay tribute to Wastelanders who were no longer with us. You should go, she said. There was still some light left, so I went back out and headed up the hill. I couldn't believe what I saw. His name was painted in large letters on rusty sheet metal, glowing in the light of the setting sun. Screwloose, Lance A. Moore II. I'd spent the past month getting myself into the mindset of a character who was looking for an old friend. I'd expected I would either find him or I would not find him. Discovering his name on the memorial was a highly unexpected sort of closure. Standing there at the memorial, I was no longer playing a character. I perpetually need the catharsis I feel when I'm crying, but I always have trouble letting it out. Instead, I always focus on what I can do or how I can fix things. It's so hard for me to just let go and give in to the pain. Mom had died of cancer that year, but I hadn't cried. I couldn't remember the last time I'd cried. But now, tears were streaming down my face. I was crying over the death of someone I'd never met. I was crying for my mother too. I was crying over death itself. I was crying over decay, rust, fire, oxidization, entropy, ephemerality, destruction, and the fact that one day the sun would grow so large that it would swallow the earth and with it all the works of Monet. I unzipped my chest pocket, took out the Bugs Bunny doll, and placed it on the memorial. I had turned my imaginary friend into a real one. I was no longer merely a Wasteland Weekend attendee. I was a Wastelander.
Thank you, Firebird, for sharing that incredible story and for making us all cry. I swear, when you sent that in, it took me quite a few moments to get back to work. So the Wasteland Memorial has stood at the event since 2016, where anybody can dedicate a spot to its walls to a fallen Wastelander. Give it a look here. It's a place where we can all grieve and share our pain away from the noise of the city. If you've never seen it, just look up between the two hills when you're at the next event, because our fallen are there. They're celebrating with us. And let's share a drink to the Wasteland Fallen. Now, I'm sorry, that got a little intense there, so let's shake it off a little. Guys, it just goes to show what an incredible family this is, how much we care about each other, and how important other Wastelanders become to us. Sometimes we only get to see each other once a year, but you guys are truly part of my family. I hope I'm part of yours. It's absolutely incredible just how much this community loves each other, and I respect all of you for that. I think it's amazing, and it's something really special. Okay, in 2019, Jared reached out and asked if I would put together a little trailer for Wasteland's 10th year. He showed me an early teaser trailer for Fury Road, and then pretty much gave me free reign to do what I wanted. It showed like old Mad Max, and it was reintroducing Mad Max to a new generation. He gave me free reign to do what I wanted with it, and it ended up being a ton of fun. And Jared did the original voiceover. He did absolutely amazing. He's a professional voiceover artist. I think it was really cool, but I had put together a little rough cut using my voice to test out the writing, and because of that, it really felt to me like it was like We Are Wasteland 2.1. So just because this is the We Are Wasteland special celebration, I want to give you what I like to call Wasteland Weekend 2.1. It's spoken in the same frame of mind as the We Are Wasteland vehicles. It blends our fictional world with the real one, and of course it's set to the most epic soundtrack that royalty-free music can provide. Here's a little look back at 10 years of Wasteland City.
First day we were called to this desert. There wasn't much here then. We survivors numbered only a few hundred, but we bound ourselves together to rebuild. From the sand and the ash, our city grew, where even enemies could live side by side. Open shops, storytellers, and music men found audience. Here we could be reminded of what came before.
There has been too much violence, too much pain. Look around you. This is your valley of death.
Though my body does fade, though my feet are broken, though I am but one eye from night, I linger on.
We are War Boys! War Boys! I'm a crazy War Boy! War Boys!
For 10 years, we've declared a new code of law. one that settles disputes before the drums of war could ever sound. For 10 years, our numbers have grown, now in the thousands. For 10 years, we have lived to celebrate life itself. And now, together, we reaffirm the promise to work as one. Together, we stave off the dangers of this damaged world. Together, we will survive. And together, we honor the 10th year of Wasteland City.
All right. I hope everyone's feeling a little bit better. I know, I saw those comments. You guys were like, don't make me cry, Makeshift. That's why I put them all together so that we could stop crying and start the party back up. That's all. Okay. Hey, cheers to Wasteland City. Or as Zephyr said many moons ago, Wasteland! I rehearsed that Wasteland. I rehearsed it. All right. It's giveaway time. And just a quick reminder, I see 12 of you on Facebook. You got to be on YouTube to win, but it's giveaway time. All right. So we're going to give away. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This Dukes of the Nuke propaganda poster. And it's going to have some Dukes of the Nuke trivia that you have to know. So, here we go. All right, so, first up. Not first up. This is the only question. I should have edited this. Here's the Dukes of the Nuke trivia to win the Dukes of the Nuke propaganda poster. What is War Chief's favorite band? That's what is War Chief Grimm's favorite band? You may know him from the Exile of War Chief video I posted up recently in 2 different versions. And his favorite band may have had a clue on his back. So, second clue. They say Grimm was born to raise hell. Yes, Kit. Dukes are excluded from the question. Oh, shoot! You guys already had it! Didn't need clues. Neil Ham. Let me see. Just making sure. Neil Hammer? Neil Hammer. Dude, you should just go by Neil Hammer. You win. You got it. Motorhead. Well done. So you win the Dukes of the Nuke poster. Have one more look. Have one more look at your prize. These were up around Wasteland City, and actually what was kind of funny, I went around to a bunch of tribes with these framed, and I told them, hey, I want to put this up on your wall, but I want you to deface it. So kind of like, we put the posters up, and then all our enemies started to deface them because, it's just fun. By the way, if you guys don't know, it's really fun to win at Wasteland. It's even more fun to lose. So, Dukes of the Nuke, we like to put our propaganda out there, but it's so much more fun for us if other tribes, enemies are more fun to play with than your friends. Like, it's great to have your allies, but it's so much more fun to have your enemies because then you can do lots of stuff. Anyway, I took it to like the Petro Pirates, and I put it up there. I put it over to the WCC, put it up there. They're kind of our allies still. We need to work this out, but anyway, the best one was when I brought it to Canis Machina, to the Red Rocket gas station, and I told them, hey, I'm going to put this poster up. Can you please deface it? All of the guys of Canis Machina decided that the way they were going to deface my poster that I made for them was to piss on it. And so they all stood around in a circle and pissed on the poster. Anyway, you guys get the Deface the Dukes of the Nuke prize for Canis Machina. Oh, man. Anyway, so who did I say? Neil Hammer. You won. Send an email to theepocpost@gmail.com. Let me know your name, your address, and the prize you won. I asked you for the prize you won so I know which one, so I don't have to go through this whole video and figure it out. But yeah, go for it. Okay, cool. There's still more prizes coming, so stick around. There's still lots more Wasteland coming, so stick around. And we're about halfway through the show. About halfway. How's everyone feeling? We're about an hour in, a little over an hour. So this is going swimmingly on my end. Hope you guys are having a good time. Am I doing all right? Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Hey, let's drink to fun. This is Wasteland's opening night. You should all be drunk, or at least sugar high. or at least well hydrated. You can pick your poison, but let's drink to Wasteland and drink to fun. Now, in the early years, the Wasteland main stage was just a rusty old trailer that someone had and threw a couple PAs on. But along the way, the Wasteland build crew, helmed by Adam, created one of the most unique main stages any event has ever had. This one was seriously built for us by us, and it's now graced the wastes for, oh shoot, I don't even know, like 6-7 years. I think it was 2013 it was built. Anyway, I don't know, but it's been for a long time, and it's absolutely incredible to have Wasteland themed, to have post-apoca rock bands playing on this stage. It's just so perfect. It's hosted bands, DJs, costume contests, side shows, and performance artists from beyond the fringe. Here's a look at some of the acts that took the Wasteland stage in 2019. I want to make sure you see the end. All right. So that may be the dustiest mosh pit ever. Man, to get some of those shots, you got to be in there, and I love it. I love getting my camera right on the edge of the mosh pit. I think a lot of people like being on the edge of the mosh pit, but not necessarily in it where injuries happen. And there have been so many amazing acts that have soiled that stage with their literal blood and sweat. I mean, oh man, Aesthetic Meat Front, jeez. Have you guys ever seen an Aesthetic Meat Front show not at Wasteland? Because is it the same? I think they just always do that. They go crazy. Anyway, you guys should see the tech crew blasting air off all the gear after the last show at night. I got the privilege of walking by after everything was shut down, and they're just hosing it all down. Like, I can't imagine what kind of torment that gear goes through. And Christine, I see you in the comments section raising all hell about whether you won or did not win the Duke's poster. If I look here, where the heck is it? Where is it? I see. Oh, there's Neil Hamry. saying Motorhead. And then Wyatt Dorn says Attack, very close, Wyatt. And then C. Larson 03 says Motorhead. You did not win. But, you know what? I'm going to break from the show real quick. Christine, you are a huge Dukes of the Nuke supporter. I've got another poster for you, okay? So send an email. Let me know your address. Okay? We got that settled. We're not going to throw down in the comments section. And for everyone else, those Dukes of the Nuke posters are going to be available as like a Dukes of the Nuke fundraiser coming up really soon. I know we have a few of the Dukes are actually working on a fundraiser so that we can keep amping up our build. We have a lot of big plans for Wasteland Weekend 2021 that require some extra funds. So that poster, along with quite a few other things, are going to be available on that store really soon. So anybody can have a Dukes of the Nuke poster. That's what I'm getting at. All right, cool. But Christine, I got yours covered. Okay, so let's see. Any other comments? I'll catch up on those later. There's just so many. You guys are being awesome. By the way, there's like 245 of you watching, which is by far a record for me out of my 2 live shows. And over 900 people have started watching at some point, which I think is absolutely amazing. Like, I cannot get over the amount of support you guys are giving this channel, and I absolutely love you for it. So getting back to the show, Wastelanders have a ton of incredible skill sets, and one of them is the ability to create the most unique vehicles the world has ever known. We've already showed camps, but now I want to show you some of the cars. And some of these cars rival the Mad Max movie cars in their originality and utility. So here's a tour of one such survival vehicle built by Travis Blankenbaker, and it won a prize in the Wasteland Weekend car show back in 2017. So here's Travis.
Hey Wastelanders, my name is Travis Blankenbaker. Don't have a good Wasteland name yet. No tribe, traveled with the Great 40, which was awesome. But I'm here to share with you my rig, Atomic Annie. She started out as a 1972 F600 farm truck that I got out of my stepmom's field. That moved for 20 years. I decided to actually body swap the entire body onto an international chassis with a DT466 diesel. So from up here you can see the sawtooth visor with Atomic Annie. The car actually is a 1951 Chrysler New Yorker. The nose art I had done, Robert did an amazing job on it. So some grading over the windows. The quote's actually by Fay Hall, but it was from Lord of the Rings. This is an ad edition in 18. A fold down rear porch. Quite handy. Makes it so much easier. So climbing in, that lovely driver's view. All functional switches. Hand hammered copper roof liner with Morton Joe's sigil. An additional 4 seats in the car cab. Looking forward, we come up here to the gunner's hatch. Actually, I need to make a folding rear step or raised step for. Moving back into the fully functional camper. Full bed up here. We need to find a place for that. Fully functional stove, ice chest. The entire inside was decorated by Fay Hall. The entire inside of the truck is a history of the world before. A little closet and small little toilet with lovely 40s pinups and crosswords. Kind of the biggest motif I've gone for with the entire truck is I wanted function. I want it to look like a Wasteland vehicle, hobcobbled in a wrecker yard or whatever that had available parts. But that's my rig, folks. Happy hunting, Wastelanders. Good luck. Keep making all your stuff and getting ready for next year. It will be absolutely amazing, I'm sure.
Okay, hold on. Real quick, we're on YouTube today. YouTube just introduced this new thing where you can tip people through the chat on these live videos. and I was about to mention how you guys are already tipping, and then boom, over here, Chris Melender just dropped $50. Oh my God, this is amazing. Ah! I don't even know how to respond. This is so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, man, you couldn't have timed. Wow. Like I'm really touched because I just want to make this stuff for you guys, and $50 is a lot of money. So thank you, Chris. Oh my gosh. Come find me at Wasteland. I will have some gifts for you. As a matter of fact, send me an email right now, and I will send you some gifts. I'm just so excited. That's amazing. And I know that some of you guys have already stopped. Damn it. Some of you guys have already started dropping tips in the PayPal tip jar as well. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you guys care about this that much, that you're dropping money in. And Spencer, $9.99. Spencer just dropped $9.99, and he sent me a little sticker. This is so cool. So this is fun. Thank you guys so much. This is so fun. Cool. Okay, so I got to backtrack a little bit. So that was Atomic Annie, built by Travis. I'm going to do a longer cut of that. He sent me a whole bunch more video about that because you guys need to see all the clever things he built into the truck. Like, it's a true survival vehicle with like cool stuff stored away. He's got a beer keg repurposed as a gray water tank. I'm pretty sure it's gray water. Oh my God, Michael Clint just come in $19.99. Christine, $5. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. This is so cool. It's completely unnecessary. I want to let you know that, but every dollar is appreciated. I'm going to put it right back into this channel and make you guys some more things. You're like blowing my mind right now. Oh man. Wastelanders are the best people. So cool. Yeah, I'm all flustered. So yeah, there's going to be a longer episode with Atomic Annie being featured really soon. And okay, moving on. So far, most of the footage I showed you tonight has been from the ground, but ever since Lee Fields joined the video crew, and if you guys have not met Lee, he actually comes from the UK. He's an amazing cinematographer. He's been an incredible asset to the video crew, and what's great about Lee is you just send him off and he shoots some of the most amazing stuff. He wakes up early, goes to bed late. He got more coverage from the stage than I've ever been able to get in years. So it's just anyway, Lee's amazing. I appreciate you. And he brought his drone back in 2018 and 19, and he's a much better drone pilot than I am, so I really appreciate him getting some amazing footage. So here's his 2018 Wasteland Beyond Thunder drone video. That's not actually what it's called, but it should be. Anyway, here's Lee's cut. love the section in there where that shows the true epicness of the Fury Road style car cruise held in the next valley. So a lot of Wastelanders don't know this, but there's this car cruise that happens. There's Wasteland Valley, and then there's the two mountains, and then there's the car cruise valley. So it's kind of hard to find, and you don't really get to know that it's happening, but you need to know it's happening because for the last couple years they've lined up all the cars together, and because it's so far away from the camp, you can just roll them all like side by side down the strip, and it just makes for some of the most amazing stuff. We did not get that great video from it last year because of the windstorm, of course, so we couldn't get the drone up, but we still got some really awesome stuff. But yeah, the 2018 car cruise was absolutely stellar, and I'm so glad we got that. The number of Mad Max cars at Wasteland Weekend is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like back in 2011, I remember 7 cars in the cruise, and you can actually see that at the end of the highlights reel, like 7 cars. And now there's literally hundreds of all sorts of vehicles that show up to Wasteland every year. It's amazing. And believe it or not, there's actually tribes that are specifically geared toward vehicles. Get it? Geared? I did promise you guys some puns, didn't I? And one of those tribes was founded in part by longtime Wastelander Spud Innit of tribe Black Thumb. And he has sent in a message for all Wastelanders from his off-grid compound not far from Wasteland Valley.
In a world trashed by COVID, this is not the apocalypse that we wanted. But it is sadly the apocalypse that we got. Wasteland Weekend 2020 was cancelled. So we, as Tribe Black Thumb, have taken the bull by the horns and taken this opportunity to run, to build, to grow, to create bigger, badder, stupider machines, giant fuel-guzzling machines, and also some really small, tiny ones that are really silly. Wasteland Weekend 2021, we're hitting it big. In the meantime, Wastelanders, look out for each other. Take care of each other, for you never know the neighbor you take care of today may be next week's dinner.
Okay, so Spud's compound is actually set up at his tribe camp year-round. They've got a veritable army of vehicles that has been growing for years, and yes, you did just see a car with tank treads in there. We're going to have more on that particular vehicle coming soon to this channel. It is an incredible project, and not only do they now have this in their possession, but they're trying to amp it up more, which is absolutely insane. So cool. I want to go visit the comments real quick because there's been a bunch more tips that came in, and I just need to say your names out loud. So Christine Larson tipped, Dread Pirate Rob tipped, Price Man jumped in there, Frag Scrap Hands. What a great name, by the way. Do you have a channel? I should watch your channel. I don't care what it is. Sugar Candy, $20. Dude, you guys are so cool. Travis Blankenbaker, who we featured very recently, came through with some dollar bills, y'all. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of that. Jackal, Louie, also like making all the F-bombs come through there. Amanda Lawson, Shinobi Slider, Kaleda Barnett, Vector Helix, $20. Oh, jeez. Stephen Nelson, Stephen Nelson, $20. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm not doing this to get... Wow! Mimsy of Haven just came through, $55. She says, thank you for bringing our passion to the screen. Tribe Haven is sending all Wastelanders the will to keep fighting, stay healthy, and make 2021 so glorious. This nightmare will be a fond memory. Oh my god. You guys are just blowing me away. This is not something I had expected. So thank you so much. All right, on with the show. Up next, we have another giveaway. Hold on, I think I have a graphic for this. If I don't just show you the graphic, it's going to get in the way. All right, so a lot of you guys have seen this. This is the Post-Apocalypse Festivals map. It shows all of the festivals in the country, like, oh, can I get it in there? Like Wasteland Weekend's over there, the Jugger Winter Games, Detonation, Festival of Ash, Atomic Falls, Aftermath, which I believe has now moved. They don't have a home right now, but they will. Nuke, Scorched Earth and Damnation Valley are maybe not happening. And Apocalypse East, which when I designed this was unexplored, but now they've had 2 very successful events. Anyway, we're going to give this away right now. And for that, you're going to need to know some Apocalypse Post trivia. So we're going to get crazy. Real quick, Raven Wing just tipped and wants more horrible puns, please. Oh man, I don't know if anyone wants that, but I'll try. Kittrell just came in with $15, and John Dykes just sent in a tip as well. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. Okay, let's give this thing away before I get carried away with the chat box. All right, so in order to win this, you need to know a little Apocalypse Post fan trivia. And the first person, and this, I mean the first person, Christine, first person to type in the answer wins this poster, and you'll get it in the mail. All right, so when I first started the Apocalypse Post, I went by another name other than Makeshift. This is going way back. What was that name? When I first started the Apocalypse Post, I went by another name other than Makeshift. What was it? And your first clue is I spoke in a terrible Australian accent. Anyone yet? Not yet. It wasn't very fitting since I'm seldom in a cross mood. That's your next that's your next clue. It wasn't very, nope, not Ren Robot, but that was my old channel, Teal. That was a good guess. Let's see, anyone yet? Nope, not Postman. Uptech Extreme just dropped $20. That's so cool. Not Poster Boy. What does that even mean? No, not Mike Darling Zanzibar. All right, and I'll give you another clue. It wasn't very, oh wait, I already did that one. Some people said I was crazy to change it. Shinobi says Nicole Kidman. Crosshairs, crossbow. Now you're just, yeah, there it is. Mad Mike. Mad Mike is the win, and that's Blackjack Bones who got it. Nice. Chris Vincent says you'll always just be darling to me. And Wasteland Communication Corps says, first of all, Mike, that was not the other Wasteland name you had. And no, it is not the other Wasteland name I had, but it is the other Apocalypse Post name I had. So, Blackjack Bones, you just won the Post-Apocalypse Festival map. Send your name, the prize you won, and your address to theapocpost@gmail.com, and I'll get it sent right out to you. Thanks for playing along, guys. We still have the grand prize to go. We're not done giving things away. All right, and so many of you guys are getting it now. Thank you for playing. What is this? Oh, okay. Yep, just gotta allow some more F-bombs in there. And did I mention Uptech Extreme just dropped $20? Because that's awesome. I think I did. What? Deadline? No, dude. $99.99 payments for services rendered courtesy of Wasteland Communication Corporation, 1 of 2. What does that mean? You guys, oh my god, you're seriously slaying me right now. Oh man, do you realize that I'm gonna have so much awesome content for you that you won't even know what to do with it? Because you guys are really making me feel good right now. What is this? Wasteland Communication Corps. Unfortunately, $99.99 is the maximum we could send in one go. You have to wait for the rest. Unnecessary! Man, I should be paying you guys. Deadline, $14.99. Payment for services rendered courtesy of Wasteland Communication Corps, 2 of 2. $115. Jeez. That's it. Now I can finally, like, have a good costume. maybe a set that is not my. Here's a quick little bit of information. This is my closet. I'm in my closet right now. You guys are seriously like warming my heart. Oh my god. Grotch says make him work for the other half. Too late, I've already got it. All right. Back to the show. Not only is Wasteland Weekend the world's largest Mad Max party, it's also the world's largest gathering of Mad Max-inspired vehicles. I remember when you could still count all the rust rods at the festival on 2 hands and toes, but that would be a hard task to do now, with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars, trucks, motorcycles, go-karts, and all sorts of weird Frankenstein vehicles showing up each year. I want to give you guys just a look at some, not all, just some of the Wasteland cars from 2019. How about that, man? So there's a lot of different talented people that absolutely amaze me. Like, all right, so I went to college for visual arts. I'm an artist, and so like when I go to a museum and look at paintings, I'm not like, man, I really want that painting, because sometimes I'm like, man, I want to try to make a painting like that. You know, it inspires me in a different way. But there's a few different talents that absolutely blow my mind. One, stand-up comedy. I am amazed by stand-up comedy. I think it's so cool because I can't do it. 2, dancers. I tear up when I see some dancers, and it's amazing because I don't move that way. I try sometimes, very rarely. You don't want to see it, but I find it's such an incredible talent. And the third one that I'm adding to this list is Wasteland car makers. You guys blow my mind. The fact that you take bodies off of engines and engines off of chassis and you just take off a roof because you know you can put a roll bar there. I'm absolutely floored by what you guys do, and I appreciate it so much because it is not on my talent list. Like, I can change my oil, I can change my brakes, but I cannot do what you do. So I'd like to take a moment and offer up a cheers to all you Wasteland car makers. You guys are so cool. Cheers. A huge congratulations goes out to anyone who's ever taken the task of creating a show car for Wasteland. Seriously, it takes so much work and patience, and you get the art right, and you make them like actually survivable and actual, like they can actually drive in that terrain, and it's always just amazing. Plus, in many cases, you guys are devaluing cars just to give us something amazing to look at. I'm specifically looking at you, Happy Cowboy. And speaking of Happy Cowboy, here he is in his DXC Daytona, along with Adam Chilson in his Fury V8 tearing up the desert. Here we go. in case you're wondering if I got more dirt on my camera during that shoot than I did in both the 2016 and 2019 windstorms combined, yes, I did. There was so much dust on my camera after that first pass by. I was just like, what do we do about this? Because I didn't have my air squirt gun. That was so much fun, and both Adam and Chris, Happy Cowboy, both kind of approached me and said, hey, you ever do anything with that video? So that was from 2017, 18? I forget. I've been sitting on it because I didn't know what to do with it, and then finally it just clicked. Just make a cool rock and roll video, right? In the chats, Armis has dropped a tip. CM dropped a tip and said post more car videos, which I did right away. So I hope you're I hope you're satisfied. Plus those are going to come out soon, and I do want to follow some more builds that are in my area, which would be really cool. Chris Getzla, am I saying that right? So many epic feels. Thank you so much. You absolutely get it. I'm gonna put a couple. I'm gonna let a couple swear words into the chat. Justin Schooler dropped $10 and said, thanks for being tonight's entertainment. Wish I were waking up to a Wasteland hangover tomorrow morning and not to work. Oh man, don't we all? Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this show. I need it as much as you guys do, because man, it's that time of year, and you know, it's starting to get a little cool, and I need to get back to the heat of the desert. Nicole Edwards says, Cimota Tribe loves you so much. Thank you for documenting and sharing all the love of our community. My heart is so full tonight. And that's from Gemini. And she dropped $50. Oh my gosh. You guys are so amazing. Oh, you're getting me right in the heartstrings. Okay. Okay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. What are we at? We're at an hour 40 so far, and we're still going. The show continues. So I hope you guys have refilled your drinks. Let's cheers to dust. Because when you have dust in your throat in the wasteland, you can hobble over to the Atomic Cafe, put out your dusty cup, and they'll just pour something in it for you, and you can clear your throat out with a dusty drink, clearing the dusty throat. Cheers to dusty drinks. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys are so fun. In 2019, Wasteland held its 10th event, marking a full decade, and the drinks are getting to me, guys. Here we go. Marking a full decade of igniting the world to step inside a Mad Max movie. And since 2011, Wasteland City, the place beyond the gates, has given us that 360-degree immersive space to live in for just a few days each year, and inspiring countless Wastelanders around the globe to help shape this community. Over 10 years, Wasteland changed a lot. Some love how it's grown, and others hold tightly to the way it used to be. One thing for sure, there is no going back. Wasteland is bigger than any of us, and new Wastelanders will continue to shape the future of all the events around the world for long after this real-world apocalypse we're living through right now is over. And so with that, I give you We Are Wasteland Part 3, A Vision.
For 10 years, I've watched this city prosper. From the first raising of the gates until they grew too small to contain the radiant madness held within. From the first tribes of just a few to entire city blocks unified under one design. From the first war machines turned legion and the first stories told, now too many to count. I've seen a vision melted from the ideas of a few become the hardened frames of a new culture of celebration. A ceremony for life itself. For these few days, we release our differences. We forget the things that brought us here to the end of the world. And we simply remember that we are all people. That we are Wastelanders. I've seen many come and go, but for those that stay, they find something here. Something they were searching for or never knew they were missing. It's in the scent, in the long shadows, in the dirty metal cups. It gets inside you, the heat, the noise, the dust, all carried in the dry desert winds through your skin and into the blood of your veins until the essence of this place becomes a part of you. And there it stays. Even when we're away and the city sleeps, calling to us from the other side of the sun that soon it will be time again for our city to reawaken. Time again to wear our tattered shirts and our rotted boots. Time again to build our camps knowing our labor's prize is fleeting. Time again to give it all, because that's what it takes. None can claim to know the future of this place. Someday it too may fall, as the greatest cities of brick and steel before it. But let it not fall because we were too weak or afraid. Let it not fall because we couldn't jump the divide of stubborn minds. Instead, let it be that on that day as the fires raged and the ashes sifted back to the sands, that we, facing the blades of our greatest conflict, gave our all to endure as one.
Okay, as you saw, it is time to do the big giveaway, because the show's not over. We're still going, and there's still more coming too, which is great. Okay, so let's see. This is the grand prize giveaway. We got all sorts of stuff. This is a big old pot of goodies. All right, so we're gonna start with this ammo can. All right, it's the Apocalypse Post ammo can with some amazing Apocalypse Post graphics art, which maybe I'll improve before it goes out, maybe I won't. But right now it's empty. Maybe it's not empty. It's mostly empty. All right, so in the ammo can we have a bunch of stuff. Hold up. We have some Apocabob stickers. This is the original Makeshift art Apocabob. He's kind of like the cartoon version of me. He wears a gas mask, and so you get a bunch of stickers. Cool? They're going in there. All right? We have some Apocalypse Post patches. We got 2 of those. One for your day costume, one for your night costume. Going in. Cool. What else we got? We got these dog tags. I stopped doing dog tags in the store because my laser etcher broke. Maybe I'll buy a new one. But it's Let's Get Weird and Apocabob. So that's going in. Oops. Of course, we've got some Apocalypse Post caps. These are some of the giveaways, so I'm just going to throw those in there. We have the Apocalypse Post, a set of 6 guitar picks. We got Apocabob on one side, and the other side says Apocalypse Post, but you'll see. That goes in. We have an Apocabob pin to adorn on your costume. Can you see it? It's kind of hard to see, huh? Anyway, it's kind of like the one that I'm wearing right here. So there you go. So Apocabob pin goes in. We have some Apocalypse Post, a set of 6 postcards that you can mail out from the WCC post office if you so choose. We have, this is a lot of stuff. It's so cool. Let's see if I can get this to light. This is a card decal sticker. It's Apocabob. It's really hard to see. Oh wait, there it goes. Yeah, so you can put that on the back of your car. So instead of having like your family stick figures, you can have an Apocabob instead on the back of your car. Anyway, and then I just opened up a TeePublic store and started designing t-shirts. This is one of the t-shirts. It says the Apocalypse Post. It's a large. I hope you wear a large if you win, but if you don't, let me know. Maybe I'll just send you another one. I don't know. Anyway, that goes in. So all of that into the ammo can that you can win right now if you know the answer to this next question. And it is a doozy. All right. For the grand prize, for the Apocalypse Post swag grand prize. And of course, I've got to plug a little bit. The Apocalypse Outpost store is listed in the video description below. You can buy all of those things except the dog tags except the t-shirt is on TeePublic. Again, link in the below. All the proceeds help to support this channel, but you guys are supporting this channel like crazy tonight, so don't even worry about it. All right, here's your question for the grand prize giveaway for tonight's live stream. Although Escape from New York takes place in New York City, John Carpenter couldn't shoot there because it would have tied up the city too much. I mean, it's New York, right? But they got lucky and were able to shoot the exteriors of the movie in another location. What city was that? It's a hard one, and you're really going to dig deep. I'm sure some of you going on Wikipedia right now. Although Escape from New York takes place in New York City, John Carpenter couldn't shoot there because it would have tied the city up too much. But they got lucky and were able to shoot the movie in another location. What city was that? I don't see anyone. What? Wyatt? St. Louis? You nailed it. Wyatt Dorn, St. Louis. Dude, you're the winner. I didn't have to give away any of my clues. I had really awesome clues. I'm going to give them anyway. A few years earlier, a fire had destroyed this huge swath of city, making for the perfect post-apocalyptic landscape, which was kind of awesome. And because it was St. Louis, they didn't fix it. During the shoot, Kurt Russell's snake tattoo kept sweating off because it was so hot. The 69th Street Bridge at the end of the movie was actually the Chain of Rocks Bridge, which spans the Mississippi River. And, of course, it's the home of the Gateway Arch. But Wyatt Dorn came through. I don't know how you knew that. I had to look that up. Cool, dude. Send me an email to the apocpost@gmail.com with your address and the prize you won, and I'm going to get this sent right out to you. Awesome. I can't believe you knew that one. That was I thought that was going to be the hardest one. Pretty awesome. Shaman Gaming says the answer is swordfish. Every answer is swordfish. Let's get it right. Good work, guys. Okay, cool. I still have another video coming up that you're not going to want to miss. And Wolf from the Dukes of Nuke, I'm sorry, but it is not going to be the Dukes of the Nuke 80s sitcom video. Not tonight. I don't have that video, you know. I don't have it available. But maybe we can do a Dukes of the Nuke live stream at some point. Let's talk about that. We'll talk about that in the near future. Excuse me. Oh, hold on. That got right up in there. Okay. So there is another video coming up. I want to very quickly thank you all for watching, because this has been really great. I cannot believe how much great feedback you guys are giving and how much energy you're feeding me. You guys do know that this is my lifeblood, right? Just having you guys watch the show and like just enjoy it and have a good time. It means so much to me that you guys are here. I want to quickly thank my video crew over the years. There's been it's dozens of wonderful guys and girls who really help to show off this event. I get a lot of the credit, but the crew that comes on and volunteers their time every year is a huge part of that, and I just want to thank them for all the effort they put in over the years. I also want to thank Adam and Jared with Wasteland World, who continue to have me out to shoot the event and make cool videos with the footage. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing, and the feedback I get from you and the suggestions that you keep pouring in for new videos is amazing. Don't forget, you can see all the Apocalypse Post videos early if you're a patron, and you know, you can sign up for literally $1 a video, which is really cool. And it just like helps to really start engaging more and more with the community. So thank you so much, all my Patreon members who support the production of this and every single Apocalypse Post episode. And of course, once again, thank you all for being here. This is really cool. Stick around, because after this last video, I would love to hang out and chat a little bit more loosey-goosey. We're gonna go where the script is done, all the videos are over, it's gonna be just me and you. So if you have any questions you wanna ask, feel free after this video to start putting them in the chat, and I'm gonna try to jump back over into the Zoom if I can and talk to you guys a little bit too. So let's see what happens. Anyway, here's our our second to last cheers. So hopefully you still got a little bit left. Cheers to you all for being absolutely beautiful, beautiful Wastelanders. You guys absolutely rock my world. Okay. Now, let's celebrate with the Wasteland Weekend's unofficial house band, my friends Attack. For those of you in the Zoom, I want to see you up and out of your seats because it's time for... I'm really excited about this video. Can you tell? Like, this one's really special to me. I've wanted to collect all these clips for years, and I finally got the reason to do it because this is the We Are Wasteland dance party!
But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong and how you're strong. And I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your keys. I know for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbyes? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay out and die? Oh no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey. Goodbyes, you think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay out and die? Oh no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey.
Love it! Oh my god, I hope that got you guys jazzed. Whew, okay. That's our show. It's over. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a good time. Say the words, Makeshift. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to stick around and answer any questions that pop up in the YouTube feed. So feel free to ask me any questions. We're going to get really loose at this point. It is not going to be the video punched mega show that we've had for the last 2 hours, but I just want to hang out with you guys, get your feedback, and answer any questions you might have. Sticks, can you let me back in the Zoom so I can do a little FaceTime as well? And guys, to the year that was not, to the year that wasn't, Wasteland Weekend, cheers. Oh, I miss you all. I just gotta say that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I'm back in the Zoom. We're gonna join. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? I don't know if you can. Whew. All right, well, let me see if there's any. What's up, guys? Hey! So fun. Oh, thank you so much. I wonder if there's a way for me to put this on the live feed. Thank you so much. Oh, I love. So how was things in the hangout room? Yeah? Yeah. Can I? I'm not sure if I can show it. Let me try this real quick. Just see what happens. No, you can't share Zoom. You can't share Zoom on this. Never mind. Okay. So I guess I gotta bounce back and forth a little bit, but we'll just make that work. All right. All right, guys. On the Zoom, I'm gonna mute real quick, just so I can do some comments. All right, let's see. Melissa says, thank you so much for doing this. Made my night, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you all on the waste. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, I cannot wait for the next time we get to go out there. Frag says, a heartfelt fuck you to you all. Parker says, we will rebuild, we will recover, the land of waste must return. Yes, it must. After hours, says Chris Melander. Yeah, it's after hours. The show's over. I might start taking down this set so you can guys see my closet. Turn the lights on. Get out. Nicholas says, this isn't what we needed, but it's the best we could ask for. I know. What we really needed was to go roll around in some dirt. So, Grotch says, thanks for letting the COC join you in this video. Yeah, thank you guys. Everyone who sent in a video, thank you so much. And I know that I didn't get to everything because there were a lot of people that sent in stuff last minute, and I know that not everybody got to get featured. So I apologize for that. I just had to cut it at some point, right? Let's see. Marky said, I was in the Zoom, but I only had so much internetses. I know, it's tough to stream sometimes when you don't have good internets. It's tough to stream because you can't just download it. Nicholas, we love you, Makeshift. Thanks. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. What's the Zoom link? Shell, I apologize. The Zoom was like a side thing. You got to sign up ahead of time. There were only so many seats, so it was not everybody, unfortunately. Let's see, what else? What else we got here? Cacaw, motherfuckers. Sorry for the language, guys. It's just in the chat. I'm just reading the chat at this point. I got a lot of thank yous. Someone says, who disliked this? Did someone dislike my video? Because I don't know what you're expecting, but this was better than what you were expecting. I promise that. I don't know. Tiny Human says, good night, Dusty Wastelanders. That's Sparrow. Night Dude seeing the waste. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Did you do karaoke to work it by Missy Elliott? Did I? No, I have not sung karaoke at Wasteland. Oh my gosh, like a bunch of stuff just poured in. I'm trying to get through these, guys. Whew. Lizzie says, I want to send my greeting as a Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Good morning. From Austria. Oh, sweet. This is Miss Cryo. What? You're in Austria now? That's nuts. Yeah, I remember you, Cryo. Heck yeah. Ravenwing says, yeah, Makeshift, when you coming out of the closet? Well, when the live stream ends, I'm coming out of the closet. Ray says, this channel delivers the best Wasteland fix. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to tell you guys' stories is really what it comes down to. I'm so happy to just show you guys what you show me. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm a storyteller, and I don't have a whole lot of Wasteland stories because I work at it, so I get to tell your stories, which is even better. Parker says he read my comment. Ray says, if I hadn't seen this channel somehow, I wouldn't even know this world of waste exists. That is one of the coolest things I think I've read tonight, because I could not imagine my world without Wasteland at this point. I think it's such a unique thing, and it works on different levels, because we can celebrate this like made up end of the world, which is really not cathartic, but it's almost poetic in a way, because it helps you appreciate what we have in the real world. And I think it's really great. We can go out there and we can pretend the world has ended and have to survive, but we can only do that because we have the luxury of like food stores and gas stations and all this stuff that helps us survive for real. And I think it's amazing. It helps you appreciate not only the world, the fact that we're alive, and all the people. Like, I think it's so important to just remember that there's so many good people in the world. Let's see. Grotch, put up that link for donating. Oh man, I just jumped down again. There's so many. I'm trying to keep up. You guys are awesome. Where'd I go? Marky Makeup. Dude, I can't read this out loud. You're gonna get me kicked off of Facebook. Let's see, where are we? Dude, I was so jazzed to see the sign up. I'm glad you're able to set it up. What sign? Draymouth, what sign do you mean? Is that like the Dukes and Nuke sign? Because that's probably old footage. But we did get, what was really cool, so the Duke sign got damaged before Wasteland Weekend 2019. And so many tribes actually stepped up and donated letters, like the DUKES letters. And so we had a Duke sign this 2019 that was kind of Scragglefuck, which is, I thought that was really cool. And we are working to redesign the sign for real, since it was kind of like habble crap up there. Let's see what else we got here. If you're not, Corey Bloom says, if you're not in a tribe, can you go alone? Of course. So the tribes are a fairly unofficial thing unless you're getting specific placement. So you're more than welcome to go alone. A lot of Wastelanders go alone their first year, and then what ends up happening is they meet their neighbors and they find out they have a common interest and they end up forming a tribe. So yes, I would definitely recommend come alone or however you want your first year, because you're going to discover a lot, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But yes, definitely come. You don't have to have a tribe ahead of time. Den of Deathclaw says, this is Wasteland. We will not let COVID win. We will not just walk away, and ain't that the truth? I think everyone's geared up and ready for the next time we can all get back to Wasteland Valley. Which, I don't know if you guys know this, but they named the place that Wasteland takes place on Wasteland Valley, which is pretty cool. So you can actually, like it's Wasteland City in Wasteland Valley, which is kind of like New York, New York. So Wasteland. Jared, go ahead and use that if you want. Wasteland. Or I love WL. Anyway, moving on. Bazkiz, oh, F that person, probably the one that gave the thumbs down, huh? Yep, someone already answered. Corey, thank you for my first almost Wasteland. Oh man, you know, I can't imagine what it's like to have been gearing up for a while and not be able to go. It's got to be pretty much just as bad as going every year and not being able to go, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's Road Rash's fault. Everything's Road Rash's fault. Let's get that straight. That was Eric Dickinson that said that. David Gunshots. My wife and I got married on the D's last year. It was amazing, and I think it's really cool. There's not only like a bunch of weddings that happen in Wasteland, but a lot of people actually meet at Wasteland. There's been people that have met at Wasteland and then got married at Wasteland, and I think that's so cool. It's like, where'd you meet your wife? Oh, in a bar. Where'd you meet him? Wasteland. Oh, tell me that story. Let's get that out here. Oh, and then you got married there? What was that like? And I think it's great. And Jim the Tank Dorsey, amongst many people, have officiated those weddings out there, which is really cool. Rick Carmen says, how many people are needed for a tribe, and is there one in the Dakotas? If anyone has a tribe near the Dakotas, please let Rick know. There is no minimum. There's really no rules for a tribe. If you're going to be a place tribe, you know, there's been as few as 2 people in a place tribe. But the fact is, if you're going to be a place tribe, there's a lot of art that goes in, so you're probably going to want a few people to help support that. Someone says Road Rash disliked this video. Of course they did. We all dislike and love Road Rash at the same time. Let's see. Mech says, not that closet. Yep, I know. I'm not coming out of the other closet. Jeez. So many F-bombs being thrown around right now. Ray Hawaii says, I was hoping to go this year, but to be my first, but I think I need to try out Aftermath and at Nuke and like work my way to Wasteland. I don't even know how to camp, let alone in the desert. Oh yeah, so camping in the desert is a very interesting thing. And I mean, camping's hard to begin with because you have to bring your shelter, you got to bring your food, you got to bring your water, you got to store your food and your water in appropriate ways, and you have to be able to cook out there too. So there's a lot that you have to think about. And in the desert, you have to also think about the wind, the W, and make sure that your camp's not going to blow away. Because if you just show up in a Coleman tent and you throw it down like you normally would elsewhere, your tent could end up flying out into the desert. And there is there's kind of the shame of having your tent fly out into the desert, which is a shame that nobody wants. And shoot, there's more tips coming in. Stuart, what's it? $10. Thanks for being an inspiration to this Wasteland list time and staving off the withdrawals. You are welcome. And splinters and swearing. Thank you for the awesome content. Watch your channel religiously when getting ready for my wife and myself's first year at Wasteland, selling our shiny dead shit in Bartertown. Till next year, Little Miss Oddities. I think I remember your shop, which was awesome. Chris Vincent got to officiate a wedding. Super fun and nerve-wracking. Yeah, I can imagine. That's a lot to do. My best friend actually officiated my brother's wedding, which was a blast. It was so fun, and he did such a good job with it. And then I got to be the best man at his wedding, so that was pretty awesome. What else? You guys just keep pouring it in. Wyatt Dorn says, didn't get married at Wasteland, but I did propose to my wife there. That's amazing. Wyatt, what'd you use for a ring? Was it the real ring, or was it like a Wastelandy ring? Dylan says, thanks for the great show. Keep up the good work. Hope to make it out there next year or the year after. I can't wait to see you there, Dylan. Please, please find me when you go. Let's see. Corey says he's in the Dakotas, so I think we got a tribe forming, guys. Right in front of our eyes, we have a tribe forming here on the Apocalypse Post. I was happy my first year I did the swimsuit contest, so I got to enjoy the D's before it was gone. That's John Dykes. And yeah, dude, I'm so glad you got a chance to do it. The D's stage, for those of you who don't know it, was dismantled and burned after the event last year, which was it's a huge loss for Wasteland. It had to be done. It was falling apart, and it was getting to the point where it was going to be unsafe. So there is no more D's. What's going to take its place, we don't know yet. I'm sure Paul Miller and the rest of the D's crew have something in mind, and they really want the swimsuit contest to continue. I don't know what it's going to look like, though, but the D's went out there for several years. At first it was just a backdrop, and then it was really interesting because it kind of happenstanced to be the DJ station for the pit, because the pit and the D's were near each other, and one year they just kind of like combined, which worked out really well. So you had that giant fire at the pit, plus the D's stage with its multi-levels, and it was just really cool. The D's was an amazing piece of art for Wasteland for many years, and it's too bad that its time is over. Let me see what else we got here. Brittany says, I accidentally walked into a wedding at Wasteland last year. That's kind of awesome. David says, our wedding on the D's last year. So cool. Man, a lot of weddings at Wasteland. I've missed quite a few. Let's see. Sacrifice one to old St. Joe in the name of the D's. Yes, let us have a drink to the D's, because what an era that was for Wasteland. Cheers. Nicholas says he needs to do the swimsuit contest next year. Yeah, man, I hope someone's going to host it for us. We don't know yet. Catopunk says, I got adopted by Black Thumb, but I'm in an open tribe relationship if anyone wants a token Brit. Dude, we want a token Brit. Come join the Dukes. Come say hi. Yeah, we'll entice you with butt slaps and fire booze, fire shots. Chris said, I entered the bikini contest back before the D's. Sadly, I won. It was a low point for humanity. You know what, Chris? I'm going to have to pull up this footage and see if I can find it. I don't know if I have it, but I'm pretty sure I've got most of the contests on tape. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm getting down to the bottom. Whew! You guys are awesome. That's all I gotta say. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But this was really fun. I'm so glad we get to hang out and celebrate Wasteland. Thank you all so much for everyone who donated to the channel. I cannot get over how meaningful that is to me, that you guys value what I do that way. Oh, jeez, Shell. Shell comes in with $20.21. That seems like it means something. What's 20? Oh, it's 2021. Well done, Shell. That's amazing. Much love from all of us at Dukes of Dauntless. Thanks for being Humps Your Leg. Thanks for being Humps Your Leg. Happy Cowboy and Lady. Thank you guys so much. They mentioned the Dukes of the Dauntless because, so Dukes of the Nuke, we had a tower for many, many years. And that tower fell down in the wind many years ago, a long time ago. No one's fault. A few people's fault, but no one's fault. And so we burned it that year, and we have not put up a tower since. we kind of have a mock tower with our armory, the structure that sits out front of our camp. But what ended up happening is the next year after the tower fell, we were placed next to Dauntless. And Dauntless has their huge Dauntless trailer with a tower up above it. And it happened to be on our side of the property line. No, on the property line with the Dukes. And what was really funny is you could hear around Wasteland people refer to the Dauntless Tower as the Duke's Tower. And so Happy Cowboy and Lady went ahead and just put like the Duke's sign on it last year, which was kind of awesome. So yeah, it is now the Dukes of the Dauntless Tower. Pretty amazing. Let's see. There's more stuff coming in. I wonder if anyone showed up at Wasteland Weekend today. Where the fuck is everybody? Says Cyclone Jack. Man, I hope no one's there. You're not supposed to be there. And if you are there, don't tell anybody because you're going to be in big trouble because you're not supposed to be there. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about like just going a little taste of the desert. And there's a lot of spots actually near LA where you can go. There's a ton of a BLM land where you're actually allowed to go and camp. And so, you know, you don't necessarily have to go to the property to get a little taste of Wasteland. You can just go and camp for free in the desert, which is kind of awesome. Or just call up Spud and see if he's got room for another camper. Do you consider, oh, this is a great one. Ray says, do you consider Makeshift persona or an alias? It's interesting because a lot of people have Wasteland names and not everybody's in character. I'm very seldom in character at Wasteland. I don't really think of it as a character, as just so much a Wasteland name, just a different way to introduce yourself. And when I'm in just a little bit of costume, I am Makeshift. My real name's Mike, in case anyone's wondering. And kind of funny story, I have a weird thing with names, and I have this thing where I'm so busy thinking about how to introduce, like not forget my own name when I'm meeting somebody, that I can't remember anyone else's name. So I wanted to pick a name that sounded kind of like mine, which a lot of people end up doing, and I think that's pretty neat. And so when I used to do the Australian accent on this channel, Makeshift sounds a lot like Mike. Makeshift, Mike. So I went with Makeshift because that way I wouldn't get confused who I was. Corey Bloom just sent $6.66. Would love to go next year in the Nova. Yeah, dude, you have to make it out. Seriously, if there's anyone that's watching this that has not been to Wasteland Weekend yet, you guys need to go. It is an absolutely incredible experience. You will not regret it. I've found some lifetime friends out there. I found this lifetime hobby, and here's my puppy again. She's moving around a little bit. She's having a hard time. It's bedtime for her. But seriously, it's so worth going. And if getting to Southern California is not a possibility for you, definitely check out the events that are local to you. There's some kind of across the United States. There's some in the Northwest, Northeast, Southeast, and quite a few in the Southwest. So check out your more local ones and get involved in the community because it's absolutely amazing. Teal Scott sent over a tip with a bravo. Good sir. Thank you so much, Teal. Really appreciate you. Wyatt Dorn says, I'm only ever in character when I have the bullhorn out front of the Wasted Saints. If I was that rude to people when I'm on the ground, I'd probably get punched. Yeah, Wyatt is one of the, oh shoot, I forget the terms. They've got their kind of gatekeepers that are up on the second level, and they kind of do the carnival taunt. You know, like, what's it called? When you throw the ball at the clown, he falls in the water. So they're kind of always taunting people a little bit, and it's absolutely hilarious. Just go hang out in front of the Wasted Saints sometime and just listen to what these guys do, because they're absolutely hilarious. And I've gotten the chance to go up and just talk to Wyatt, and it's kind of funny because he'll be on the bullhorn like, hey, do you like butts? Come inside and see some butts. And then he'll talk to me, and he's just the sweetest guy. Christopher says, shout out if you've never been and join us. Shell follows up with, you'll never be the same. Yeah. If you ever go to Wasteland, you don't know what to do, go to Dauntless, because not only are they some of the nicest people you'll meet out there, but they've also got they host the activities board, the schedule, the tribe events board, and the tribe missions board. So all of the above, they have all the information you'll ever need, and they also just kind of know things that are going on. They're also like one of the locations where you can kind of find all the hubbub, because they've got that awesome Dauntless Express bar, which is pretty great. Let's see what else we got here. Wasted Saints are gatekeepers, says Grotch. Yes, they are. Makeshift, get back on the Zoom chat. We miss you. Okay. I'm going to go hang out in the Zoom chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm going to end the live stream so I can go say hi to the people that jumped into the Zoom. There will be more live shows. This was such a success. I cannot believe you guys. Seriously, I'm absolutely floored by your generosity with not only your caps, but your time and attention. All right, so thank you. I really appreciate you guys, and we'll do this again soon. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you get subscribed, hit the bell, you'll get your notices. A lot of the videos you saw tonight are going to be reposted as just their own episodes, and a couple of them are going to be extended, so there's a lot more coming out on the channel. And because there's no event this year, I'm digging deep, guys. I'm digging way deep into the footage that has been collected over the years of Wasteland. So you're going to see some stuff going back all the way to 2011, which is going to be kind of cool. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Really appreciate you, and have a good night. Wasteland. Cheers. Whew.